Welcome back to the Beast Speak blog. This is a series where I tell you what the Beast has been saying to me and how I overcame it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beast is your addictive voice, the AV and AVRT of Jack Trimpey's Rational Recovery. If you can recognize that Beast, then you can separate yourself from your urges, and that can result in immediate and lifelong abstinence. If you want to learn more about Rational Recovery or how to do AVRT, I'll link Virginia's story in the description box below. That's a good place to get started. The Beast is putting on a shadow play right before your eyes. The Beast says, "That would be nice right now." And then he puts on a hand puppet that looks exactly like you and it says, "Yeah, it would be. I'm so sad I can't have it." And you think that you just said that. Meanwhile, the real you, the committed you, is sitting in the audience, an audience of one, and watching this, thinking that that was your own internal dialogue. Any voice that advocates use is the Beast. Stand up from the bleachers and say, in your commanding voice, "No, I don't want that. I don't want that ever again." The Beast will disintegrate into 1,000 protesting voices. None of them are you. You are abstinent. You keep your vows. People think nobody's perfect. That's not sustainable. It's like they're saying only narcissists would believe this method could ever work. It's like they don't believe a decision could be permanent. I talked about this in my video, No Perfection. I'll link it below, or I'll link it in the cards if you want to watch it. In that video, I mentioned object relations theory. That was a theory that Ronald Fairbairn contributed to. Fairbairn is a psychoanalyst who had a model different from Freud's. In his model, relationships were the primary objective. In object relations theory, the child's relationship to the breast set the pattern for how the child viewed the world around him. When the breast appeared, and it meets the needs, it's a good breast, and therefore the world is good. Whenever the breast is not there, when he has needs, it's bad, and therefore the world is bad. There's no nuance or individuation there. It's either all good when it returns or all bad when it goes away. Eventually, through transitional objects like teddy bears and blankies, the emotional turmoil can be directed at a secondary source. My belief is that this is the first instance of a child running up against the boundary of another individual, and he struggles with disappointment. Here is where a quote from Ronald Fairbairn comes in. "It's better to be a sinner in a good God's world than a good person ruled by the devil." He can't make the caregiver bad when his needs aren't met, because that's such a scary scenario. So he makes himself bad. When the breast doesn't appear, it doesn't mean mommy's bad. It means he's bad. Kierkegaard says the story of the fall is allegorical to these first few months of life. When the good parent is there, we are in heaven, and when the good parent is absent, we are in hell. We replay the pattern again and again in our lives and relationships, hoping that this time mother will stay. Of course, this heaps more blame on mothers who seem to take the blame for everything and cannot win no matter which way they turn. But only with self-awareness and forgiveness can the mother and child be two whole, distinct individuals with their own needs who are inherently good and worthy of love. Allegorically speaking, though, I worry about this world of formula and baby bottles propped up on pillows. The breast can always be there, of course, with none of the intimacy or limits of human fatigue. The simulation of care, the caregiver never falters. The child can start to believe he will always get what he wants. He must be God, a God who can't elicit real love. This is how we raise addicts. Maybe our parents failed us. I don't mean to literally say how you were fed as a baby determines your future. We don't need more guilt. I, for one, have had a lot of sorrow and frustration surrounding breastfeeding my sons. I bitterly wanted to do it, but was unable. My point is more about the gradual process of a child learning that a real human is providing for their needs, and that person has shortcomings and failures. And when the child can when the child can butt up against another person's limitations and still know they're worthy of love and forgive all failures, then you'll have a well-adjusted person. Mommy can say no, and it's sad and it feels sad, but everything will be okay. Learn to accept other people's no without it reflecting negatively on your self-worth. And develop relationships that require real intimacy, not propped up bottles disconnected from human hands. Rule yourself, defeat the beast. Thank you for listening. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.